We have the most expensive energy in the OECD. Okay, we have our energy, our factory electricity energy prices are 7 times more than China and 4 times more than the US. That is not sustainable. We are deindustrializing as a result of that. No country can grow its prosperity by reducing its energy. Energy is a key part of growing prosperity. Okay, and so we've now got the most expensive energy. This is for the whole of the UK, and it's actually crippling us. Now, we signed up in good faith to net zero, and we all believe in that concept. We all believe in the cleanest possible energy system, but we have to challenge some of the terminology here. And one of the things that I am challenging increasingly is this little phrase called the just transition. Because I think if you go and talk to people in Grangemouth, or you go and talk to people in Aberdeen, it's not very just what's happening in terms of transition of jobs. And the OE UK have just come out and done an analysis on the transition. We were told there would be a transition of jobs from the North Sea oil and gas to the renewable wind farms. OE UK have come out and said that that transition of jobs is running at 58%. Okay, they've also come out and said that the pay is about 2/3. So if you're a technician out on the rigs, you could be on a 65k job, you're at 35 to 40k if you're on the renewables. So a lot of people are leaving. A lot of Scots are going overseas because they're in demand because they're highly skilled. But in the meantime, we're shutting down an industry which is a world leading industry, and it's clean. It's the cleanest. The hydrocarbon we've got in the North Sea. The North Sea is probably the best regulated, least amount of flaring, least amount of spillages, the cleanest fields almost in the world. They're right on our doorstep. We're shutting them down. We're importing 70% of our gas from Norway, where they're drilling fields across the fence from the ones that we are shutting down. And even the Norwegian energy minister says that's daft. Right? Now, China accounts for 30% of emissions. The US is 13% of emissions, and we are 1% of emissions. Okay? We are saying that we need to be a leader and set an example. That's fine. But if the result is that we make ourselves poorer, that is not going to set an example to anybody. Now, China has got a good renewable story. It's on its way to 30% renewables. But it is using, as its transition fuel, is using coal. They're opening a coal-fired power station 1 a week. Now, we stopped burning coal in 1997, and at that time, the world consumed 4 billion tons of coal. Today, the world consumes 8 billion tons of coal. So bully for us, we quit coal early, fine. Still the cheapest form of fuel, but not good for the planet. So we quit that. But China's using coal in order to have 7 times cheaper electricity prices on its transition. The US is using shale gas as its transition fuel. That's the way the cheap fuel, that's why they're 4 times cheaper than we are. And they're powering the economy, and they're moving on a journey to renewables. We are not on using a transition fuel. The transition fuel we should be using is our own local North Sea gas. And I think we need to reinvigorate that. We need to bring that back, and we need to say to people, we do want the cleanest possible energy system we can have, but it needs to be affordable, and it needs to allow us to have prosperity and not make us poorer.